Hello, my name is Brooks Whittington. I'm with halfwheel.com, and today we're taking a look at the Screwpop Chopo, a brand new cutter from Screwpop Company. They have released cutters before. You may remember my review of the original Screwpop. Here it is right here. I found it to be not a very good cutter at all. It actually crushed cigars more than it cut them, and was awkward to use and just not very well balanced and had issues. Now, the biggest question that I had running into this review was, did the company actually, take these things to heart? Not necessarily my review, but just the problems that it had with cutting cigars and other issues, and how would it turn out? The second cutter turn out? And they did solve some of the issues for sure. One of them was the awkwardness to use because it was so light. That's definitely improved. This one is quite a bit heavier, double the weight actually than the compared to the first one. It's well made, extremely well made. It was not going to be falling apart on you ever. I can assure you of that. It's solid. It's a solid cutter. It does have a redesigned bottle opener as well. Works like a charm. No problems with that. It has some washers here. That means that it's not going to be having any problems with coming apart or anything of that nature, as well as this lanyard, which is I actually found to be quite useful when putting it in my pocket and pulling it out and things of that nature. Now, I used this cutter for about 2 months, give or take, and I found that unfortunately it actually just, as with the first one, does not actually cut cigars very well. As a bottle opener, it's actually pretty good, but you can find smaller bottle openers. The problem is that the blades here are just not very sharp. I can easily put my finger here and not cut myself. It's no issue at all in terms of, I'm never concerned about cutting myself with this. The way you cut cigars is exactly the same as the first one. You put it in, push the sides together, and you have a cut. Now, the problem is that the cut's never very sharp. It definitely did not affect the draw any. My draws on the cigars I cut with these were fine. But always never, always had problems with the little pieces of tobacco, and always just never a clean cut. It was always a problem in terms of getting that cut clean, and no matter how quick or fast or slow I cut, it was always an issue. It's literally impossible to get a clean cut with the cigar cutter. Again, if you're looking for something that it definitely did not have a problem with the draw. It was just the cut itself that had the issues. So I could cut this. So I could do this all day long and have the same issues. But I won't bore you anymore with that. So the answer is, or the question that I had was, did they fix the actual problems? The answer is no, they didn't. Still doesn't cut cigars very well. It still doesn't, it still doesn't do its primary function, which is, as I said, to cut cigars. $24.95 is the price. It's more expensive than the original, and it's a better cigar cutter than the original. It actually does a better job, mildly, if you're talking about, one that crushes cigars as opposed to actually cutting them at all, going to one that doesn't, that cuts cigars but still has a problem getting a clean cut. I would suggest, if you're looking for something to put on your key ring, the Cigar MTX is the better option. Even though it's twice as expensive, it cuts cigars cleanly. It's quite a bit lighter, and it will actually do its job. This is Brooks Whittington from halfwheel.com, and that's my take.